Hi, I'm Sharmadean Reid and I'm a founder that's created tech businesses and digital experiences throughout my career. Success is not just about what you create, but about who you help along the way. Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Running a business is relentless. Why do you want to do it?
I wanted to create something that is bigger than me. I'm creating a homeware brand that pays African artisans fairly and invests in the next generation. But it's the confidence of actually taking that step to launch your business that I'm really looking for some advice with.
So I definitely understand the confidence issue. Is it okay if I share with you some of the steps that I would take to launch?
Please.
Business is always a response to something. I don't like to create in a vacuum. I like to create with the context of things around me. I love researching. I love watching documentaries and movies and reading fiction and non-fiction, listening to music of the era. I'm collecting words, and I'm definitely collecting feelings as well. And then it's a case of bringing all of these things together. For me, is the difference between a brand with longevity and a brand that's a flash in the pan, and your unique way of connecting the dots together of what is the question that I need to answer from culture. So at this point in the journey, it really is time to start thinking about community. So I always start with my core group of, let's say, 8 to 10 people, and they form a council. You might be sharing logo ideas, packaging ideas. Anything in progress is really cool. The next group is your industry leaders. Anyone who you're going to bring on board to make your project and business come to life. And then the final group, which is the biggest one here, is what I would call my global muses. And they can be up to 500 people. It could be a celebrity, or it could literally be the girl who's serving you in the cafe who you just feel embodies the brand. And then you start to organize them into little subgroups and micro groups, and that's where your email list or your CRM system starts to play a huge role. There are 2 main ways that I talk to my community. The first one is by direct message. The second way is email, and I feel like email is such an underrated communication, marketing. I think emails can be this source of pleasure and joy. I'm almost playing tic-tac-toe with like this message, this format, this call to action to see which one converts the most. Think of it as a fun game. It's the process rather than the outcome. I find that the things that make me stop scrolling and actually watch are always teaching me something new. One of the greatest skills, I think, in running a business is storytelling.
Yeah.
Can you use words and pictures to construct an image in someone's mind that matches your image? But if you can do that, you can sell anything.
Yeah.
So when it comes to business model, I always start with the customers. I like to have 3 to 5 customer personas. So for example, when I had my nail salon, we used to have a customer that we would call the super fan girl. She was 13 to 17. She wasn't really allowed to wear nail polish at school, but she would in the holidays. We designed products specifically for this customer, and we had a lifetime value of what this customer would bring to us. And we would do the same with all of our customers. I think it's always good to have multiple revenue streams. A business like yours, you're going to have daily sales, commercial sales, and then brand partnerships. So for each one, you're thinking, which ones makes me the most money, sustains the brand, and satisfies our customers?
How would you suggest I use AI to help me bolster my business?
When it comes to productivity, you can then take that thinking and just at the click of a button, create communication plans, content plans, marketing especially plans. And I think it's the automation, the things that you do over and over and over again that AI can really be doing for you, as well as managing large amounts of data. When I was 23, 24 years old, and I called 30 girls, and I was like, come to my house and have a drink. And I remember standing at the top of the stairs and saying, hey everyone, I'm gonna open a nail salon. And they thought I was nuts. But then those 30 women told their friends, who told their friends, who told their friends. So on launch day, we had 600 people show up to this tiny little nail salon in Dalston. It was a really successful strategy. So now it's launch day, and I always think it's so good to set a date because it gives everyone a North Star of which to work to, and it gives you a thrill of accomplishment. You want, most importantly, to have your website and your e-commerce experience really deliver for the customer, and then launching it on social and in all of the places where you want people to go to your website and direct all the traffic there. You want to end the day feeling really satisfied, feeling that you've made some sales, and feeling that it was all worth it. Now, the launch is just the start. The challenge is turning this into lasting success.